Hey everyone, welcome to Chapter 2, Mental Models. What are mental models? Well, if you heard it for the first time, it'll sound like a fancy term, but believe me, it's quite simple. Mental models are questions that you can ask yourself in specific situations that will help you with two things: to contextualize the situation better, and two, to form a better judgment. Let's talk about both the things in detail. Number one, why does having more context help? Well, having more context gives you an ability to think and process information faster. Because you're familiar with the situation and you've thought about it deeply. You're not surprised by the events that are happening in front of you. You don't have to deal with your own emotions, and you can focus on dealing with the real life situation that's unfolding in front of you. You also can predict with a high degree of probability that what's going to happen next, because you understand the situation much better. This unique ability to be able to map decisions with outcomes in a unique situation helps a lot. There are other ways to do this as well. You can introspect about situations that have happened to you in the past and try and note down things that you basically, the key decisions that you took that led to a specific outcome. They'll help you basically contextualize that situation much better. And in case that happens again, you'll be better equipped. Or the other way to do this, and the smarter way I would say, is to learn from other people's decisions and lives. What are the decisions that they took in a specific situation, and what is the outcome that they got? Number two, forming a better judgment. Let's try and understand judgment first. A simple way to understand judgment is to look at trajectories. A fact that you can notice with people around you is that people with better judgment end up with better trajectories versus their peers or with people around them in general. Having better judgment as a skill is such a powerful ally that if you learn how to make better decisions using mental models, you'll automatically put yourself on a better trajectory than you are now. And maybe within even a decade, you will be far ahead of your peers. I say a decade because all good things take time, and they come from compounding long-term decisions. If mental models intrigue you, I would recommend reading Shane's blog, Farnham Street, to understand what other mental models are out there and how can they help you make better decisions. But in this chapter, we'll talk about one specific mental model, which is the job hunting mental model. Now, why do you need a mental model for job hunting? Simply to be able to understand, form better judgment, and to navigate through this whole process in the best possible way. So now, the question remains, how do you form better judgment? Well, I have a 3-question mental model that'll help put things into perspective. Question number 1. Who are the people that you're going to be working with and what are you going to learn from them? Here the idea is quite simple. You want to understand who your co-workers are, what their background is, and what are you going to learn from them. A simple way to grow in life is to have meaningful conversations. And to be able to do that, you have to put yourself in an environment where the chances of that happening are maximum. Every single meaningful conversation that you have helps you become better. And imagine having 365 of them. You'll be a different person even within a year from now. As you're going to be spending a lot of time with your colleagues in the office, it's imperative that you find people whom you can respect and learn from. I say this because humans are generally terrible at making micro decisions. Micro decisions are day-to-day decisions that you end up taking even without thinking about them. So the only way to basically get better at making micro decisions is to pick out the right environment. And believe me, this can have a great positive compounding effect on your career. Every time I go out looking for a job, I always look at the people that I'm going to be working with. And not just my boss, because of course from my manager I will learn specific skills that will help me further my career. But I'm going to be having 10 times as much conversations with my colleagues. So it's important to understand who they are as well, because a company is nothing but a bunch of people working together. So you want to understand who these people are. So to recap, question number 1 is, who are the people that you're going to be working with and what are you going to learn from them? Question number 2. What is the idea behind the company and do you personally align with it? Understanding the core mission of the company becomes critical in the mid to long range time frame. Before jumping in with both your feet, understand what is the idea that sparked the start of the company. And what is it that the company, and company again is just a bunch of people, what is it that excites them the most? And does it personally excite you as well? Because sometimes it could be the best idea out there. It could be the most novel idea. But if it doesn't personally excite you, you're going to have a hard time getting out of bed and going to work. And as soon as 6 months. And this one's very, very easy to find out. Go on their company website and find out what the company mission is. The other idea is try and ask this question to the person who is interviewing you as well. Do they understand what the company mission is, and how much do they personally align with it? Because if you're joining a company where people aren't as excited or aligned with the company mission, they're not going to be very, very motivated to come to work. So what you want is a place where people are as motivated as you will be when you join the company. So till now, you want to understand who the people are, what are you going to learn from them, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with these people. Second, what is it that this company or these bunch of people are trying to do? What is it that excites them the most? And does it personally excite you? Will it get you out of bed a year from now? So to recap, question number 2 is, what is the idea behind the company, and do you personally align with it? Next, question number 3, what value do you bring to the table? We live in a reciprocative world. What you give is what you get. And that rule applies to the companies as well. Here the simple funda is, and I will try and explain this through an example. Take for example Amazon. The world's most brilliant people go to work at Amazon, and the idea of being Earth's most customer-centric company is sublime. But if you only get to work there as an intern, you're not going to have a very joyful experience. Primarily because what you're going to bring to the table is not that much, and what you're going to get is also not that fulfilling. So understand, picking out companies and opportunities where you can become a heavy lifter becomes a very rewarding experience in the long run. This question will also help you understand how big a fish do you want to be in what pond. While you could join a company that's a well-oiled machine as a small cog, and you could be perfectly happy because that's your temperament and that's what you want, right? But understand what you're getting into. That's what the question helps you with. So to recap, understand the people who are working in the company. What are you going to learn from them? Second, what is it that excites them? Does it excite you? Number 3, what is it that you're going to bring to the table? And these are the 3 questions that you'll be using to examine each company and job that you'll come across in this whole journey. Once you get the hang of it, it is quite easy. But it's important to remember all these 3 questions when you're going through the whole process. So I recommend writing it down so that every time you come across something exciting, you run through this whole exercise to put things into context and form a better judgment about the company. Like I said before, you want to put yourself in the driver's seat when you're looking for a job. You want to position yourself for success. And this mental model will help you do that. That's the end of this chapter. Thanks for watching, guys.